First thought was, oh, good that they got McNeil done. Second thought was, what does this mean for Alonso? So, Tony, what does this mean for Pete Alonso?
Well, I think Terry and Todd both alluded to it a little bit, which is that this is possible now. Any of these things are possible now. And look, when you get down to the nuts and bolts of what an Alonso deal would be, compared to McNeil, it's not really comparable. Alonso's younger, he's a big power hitter, he's probably going to command one of those mega deals, well over $100 million, maybe $200 million. We'll see what it ultimately looks like if and when the Mets can get it done. But the point is, you can't just dismiss it out of hand anymore like you could for years with not just Alonso quality players, but really anyone. So I think I would not be surprised anymore if an Alonso deal gets done. I think there's a lot of reasons for Pete to wait and go to free agency. But the Mets also have the incentive and, more importantly, the power, the financial might to kind of dissuade him from doing that and say, well, no, you're a Met. You love New York. We love having you here. Let's get this done.
Yeah, it's something that, and I don't know how you feel, Terry, as a manager, but as a fan, it used to be a concern. When this guy hits the open market, I'm not so sure the Mets are going to be able to keep him. That is something that, since new ownership has taken over with the Cohens, I, as a fan, have not had to worry about. How does that make you feel potentially as a manager, knowing that, hey, you know what, Alonso, when the time comes, we feel pretty comfortable that we're going to lock him up long term? Yeah,
and you know what? Because you want to have a clubhouse filled with happy players. And in these kind of situations, the players are always going to be happy. Steve is going to make sure that the clubhouse is filled with winning-type players. And so, if you're a young player and you're saying, well, geez, how come they're not coming to me? How come they're not coming to me? I had a really big year. Well, guess what? They're going to come to him. And make no mistake, I will bet anything, any amount of money, they've already gone to Pete Alonso and said, hey, look, we got to figure something out here because, again, you want the entire organization to be on the same page.
Yeah, and look, it's not a knock on what was taking place prior, but it's just a different feel where even if somebody were to get to the open market, generally, if Steve Cohen wants him, he's going to get the guy because he's got the most money in the game. It's a great feeling for the Mets and their fans.